Hello and a huge welcome to the John Louis Memory School. Have you ever looked at a list of mineral names for a test? Things like bauxite or pyrite, and your brain just shuts down? Well, what if I told you every single one of those names has a secret story hidden inside? Today, we're going to crack the code. We are going to turn a boring old list of rocks into an absolutely unforgettable detective story. So, this all started with a challenge from a chemistry teacher, a fantastic one, actually. They asked, how do we stop just blankly memorizing names like bauxite and pyrite and actually get them, Make them stick. That is our mission today. Let's find out. And you know what? Challenge accepted. We are not just going to learn names today. Oh no. We are going to become word detectives, and every single mineral name is a clue leading to its secret origin. So grab your magnifying glass. The investigation starts now. Now, every good detective needs a toolkit, right? Well, here's ours. These are our 5 essential tools for cracking these mineral name codes. We're going to see that pretty much every name out there can be traced back to one of these 5 things: where it was found, what color it is, something weird or special it does, the element it's made of, or even a person. Okay, first up, let's grab our passports and pack our bags. Our first detective tool is geography. Some minerals are basically living souvenirs, named directly after the place on the map where they were first dug up. Our first stop is the beautiful countryside of France. Now, bauxite, this is the stuff that gives us pretty much all of our aluminum. Back in 1821, it was discovered in this charming little village called Les Baux. So what do you think they named it? Bauxite. It's that simple. That rock now carries the name of its hometown forever. Next up, let's head over to China. Kaolinite is a very special kind of clay. It's the secret sauce for making those incredible, delicate porcelain dishes. And its name? It comes from a mountain called Kaoling, which literally just means high ridge. For centuries, this was the spot to get the best clay. So the name tells you a story of both geography and history. How cool is that? And for our final stop on this world tour, we're off to the UK. This one, well, it's about as direct as you can get. They found this lead ore on the Isle of Anglesey, so they called it, Anglesite. It's just a beautifully simple, logical connection between a place and the treasure they found right there. All right, world tour is over. Let's switch to our next detective tool, our own 2 eyes. Because sometimes a mineral's name isn't about where it's from, it's simply a beautiful description of what it looks like. Okay, now you have got to check this out. Hematite, which is our main source of iron, looks like, well, a plain, kind of boring brown rock, right? But here's the twist. If you take that rock and grind it into a powder, it turns into this absolutely stunning, deep blood red color. The ancient Greeks noticed this, and since their word for blood was haima, they called it hematite, the bloodstone.
And here we've got a pair of absolute beauties. 2 copper ores that you often find hanging out together. On the left, you see that brilliant, vibrant green malachite. Its name comes from the Greek word for the mallow plant because it has that exact same leafy green color. And on the right, we have the deep, mesmerizing blue of azurite. And its name? It comes from an old Persian word, azure, which just means blue. See? Simple.
Okay, so some minerals aren't just a pretty color, they've got personality. I'm serious. They have quirks, unique behaviors, and their names are often a direct result of these strange little habits.
Meet Diaspore, the absolute drama queen of the mineral world. Its name comes from the Greek word diasporine, which means to scatter. And why would they call it that? Because if you put this stone in a fire, it doesn't just get hot. It crackles, it pops, and it literally bursts apart, scattering little pieces everywhere. Its name is a perfect description of its explosive personality. Yes, of course, everybody knows this one. Pyrite, aka fool's gold. It's famous for tricking hopeful miners for centuries, but that's just its nickname. Its real name tells a much, much cooler story. So pyrite's real name comes from the Greek word pyre, which means fire. Why? Because if you strike this rock against a piece of iron or steel, it creates sparks. It is literally a firestone. So while some people were fooled by its golden shine, the really clever observers named it for its secret fiery power. So if pyrite is the fuller, then sphalerite here is the master deceiver. It's a total trickster. Its name comes from the Greek word sphileros, which means deceitful or treacherous.
Miners would find this stone, and it looks exactly like galena, a really valuable lead ore. They'd get all excited, haul it all the way back, try to smelt it down, and nothing. Zero lead. It completely tricked them. So they named it the deceiving stone.
All right, detective, your turn. Time to solve one yourself. Here's your clue. Siderite is an iron ore. Now, using our detective tools so far, is it a place, a color, a crazy property? What do you think the story is behind the name siderite? Take a second. Think about it. Did you get it? The answer is our fourth category. It's named after the element inside. The ancient Greek word for iron is sideros, so they just called the iron stone siderite. It's the most direct clue of all. And this happens a lot. Copper's Latin name is cuprum, which gives us the mineral cuprite. Silver's Latin name is argentum, which gives us argentite. Simple, elegant, and makes perfect sense.
And for our final detective tool, we're not looking at the rock itself. We're looking at the people behind it. Sometimes a mineral is named as a tribute, a way of honoring someone important, like a permanent scientific monument. For example, you've got stephanite. It's a silver ore named in honor of Archduke Stephen of Austria, who was just a huge fan and an important collector of minerals. Then there's proustite, another silver ore, which honors the brilliant French chemist Joseph Proust. It's a way of immortalizing these great contributors to science right there in the earth itself.
Okay, you now have the 5 secret codes to unlock mineral names. So, are you ready for a final test? Let's do a quick, rapid-fire recap to make sure all these stories are locked in for good.
All right, let's go. What type of clue is bauxite? That's place, from Le Beau, France. How about hematite? That's color, from the Greek for blood. What about pyrite? That's a property, the firestone that makes sparks. Siderite? That's the element, from sideros, the Greek word for iron. And finally, proustite? That's a person, in honor of the chemist Joseph Proust. See, you've totally got this.
And just like that, you've done it. You are officially a mineral name detective. And the big takeaway here is that science isn't about memorizing random, boring words. It's about being curious and uncovering the stories, the history, and the logic that's hidden just beneath the surface.
You know, all these incredible techniques we use today come straight from memory grandmaster John Lewis, who shows us how to find the stories in everything we learn. And of course, a huge thank you to you for being such fantastic detectives on this journey with me today.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final question. If you went out tomorrow and discovered a brand new mineral, what story would you want its name to tell? Would you name it after a place you love, a color, some crazy property it has, or maybe someone you really admire? Drop your awesome ideas in the comments below, and be sure to join us for the next explainer from the John Louis Memory School.